This is ABC7 News at 5. Your Suncoast News. We're here for you.
Good evening, I'm Jacqueline Matter. Thanks for being with us tonight. Scott Dennis has the evening off. Our top story tonight, all eyes on Alabama. The nation watching the polls for the next U.S. Senator. ABC's Lana Zach is there in Montgomery, Alabama with the latest. Lana?
Good evening. All eyes in the nation are trained tonight on one state here in Alabama, where the race for Senate has taken on something of a referendum status on President Trump and the Me Too movement.
The latest polls have put Democrat Doug Jones sometimes behind and sometimes ahead of the Republican nominee Roy Moore, an outcome that just months ago would have seemed inconceivable in solidly red Alabama.
I'm very excited. I think it's a very clear choice for our new senator, and I'm excited that there's such a great Democratic candidate running this time.
Just 33 days earlier, the first accusations of sexual misconduct were made public against Moore, who has been accused by 8 women in a range of offenses, including sexually assaulting 2 of them as teenagers, one as young as 14. Moore has denied all allegations, arriving to his polling station on horseback today.
Vote their conscience, and we have a tremendous turnout. The state, the nation is watching this.
While Democrat Doug Jones showed off his ballot,
not a secret,
and sounded confident.
I don't think that Roy Moore is going to win this election.
But the pro-choice Democrat still faces an uphill battle with many voters.
I voted for conservative judges, traditional family values, Second Amendment, and against abortion.
Last night, both candidates brought out their supporters in a final fight for votes. Jones was joined by Alabama native Charles Barkley, who criticized Moore in a direct appeal to his home state.
At some point, we got to stop looking like idiots to the nation.
And Moore's wife, who attempted to battle back accusations that her husband is anti-Semitic.
Fake news would tell you that we don't care for Jews. I tell you all this because I've seen it all, so I just want to set the record straight while they're here. One of our attorneys is a Jew.
That comment now raising more questions about the evangelical judge.
And all across the state, we are hearing reports of increased voter turnout for a non-presidential election year. But you'll recall that both sides had really counted on increasing voter turnout as part of their path to victory. So until polls close here at 7 p.m. Central Time, we won't really know who's ahead. Reporting live from Montgomery, Alabama, Lana Zach, ABC News. Back to you.
Okay, thank you so much, Alana, and we will continue to keep you updated on that race on air and online at ABC7 and mysuncoast.com. And tomorrow night on ABC7 at 7, we'll have a roundtable discussion on the election and what it will mean for us right here on the Suncoast. Well, the winding roads in the Harrison Ranch community have now become the subject of a controversial debate. Manatee County Public Works Department is now considering a proposal to allow construction traffic from a neighboring development throughout that community. According to Manatee County officials, the builders of Willow Bend made that request, citing easier access to the construction site. But those who live in the area say approving the measure would have negative impacts on current residents.
There are a lot of children in that community, and they're very active, and they're running all over the place, and we are definitely fearing for their safety. So there are a number of issues related to heavy construction traffic going through Harrison Ranch.
Manatee County staff are expected to make a determination in the coming weeks, but Harrison Ranch residents say if the vote does not go their way, they plan on appealing to county commissioners. Well, certainly not as cold today as it was yesterday. Let's get a look at our first alert weather forecast with meteorologist Steve Newman. Steve?
In my books, Jacqueline, this was a great day. A lot warmer temperatures in the 70s, and I don't think we're going to see a lot more cold weather coming our way. A little cooler by 10 degrees tomorrow, but this front coming through is going to drop us from the 70s to the 60s tomorrow, but then we'll bounce back up, and I don't think any more really cold blasts are heading our way. Taking a look at radar, it is dry from top to bottom in the state. There are a few showers that look like they're trying to pass toward the Gulf of Florida down through there, the southern part of the Everglades, but I've had to turn the radar, crank it sensitivity way up to show that. So here's our future cast for tonight, showing no more rain, no showers, and very little clouds either, with light winds becoming northerly anywhere from 15 to 25. So it's going to be a blustery evening and overnight, but those winds will calm down tomorrow. Here is your evening planner showing a breezy evening is in store with temperatures right now in the low 60s, upper 60s, cooling to the 50s overnight and maybe the upper 40s toward dawn. Our complete forecast coming up in just a few minutes. Jacqueline.
Okay, thank you so much, Steve. It could soon be harder for lawmakers in Tallahassee to raise your taxes. A committee of the Florida Constitution Revision Commission signing off on a proposal Tuesday that would require a 2/3 vote of the House and Senate before state taxes or fees could be increased. This means 80 of 120 state representatives and 27 of 40 state senators would need to approve any tax and fee hikes rather than just a simple majority.
This proposal does nothing more than ask the legislature to be very circumspect when they are raising taxes, when they are taking that precious dollar from that single parent or that teacher or that police officer.
The Florida legislature last voted for a major tax increase in 2009, raising taxes on packs of cigarettes by $1 during the middle of the recession. Still to come on your Suncoast News, red flags going up across California for wildfire danger, the latest in the struggle against the blazes. And meteorologist Steve Newman will be back with your first alert forecast, plus what every parent needs to hear about dangers involved with window blinds. That story coming up in Health Smart.
WWSB ABC7 is an equal opportunity employer, and we're looking for qualified people to join our dynamic team. For a list of current openings and to apply online, visit www.mysuncoast.com/contact/employment. If you're a motivated team player and you want a rewarding career in a fun, fast-paced working environment, WWSB ABC7 could be the perfect fit for you. Check out our list of openings now.
For the last decade, S&S Motorsports of Sarasota has built custom high-performance vehicles for demanding clients worldwide. They're now bringing their 50-plus years of combined build expertise to the parts business. SRQ Performance Parts is your one-stop shop for all your performance parts and accessories.
The perfect musical for the holidays is live on the Players Center stage. Packed with the big band sounds from World War II, the 1940s Radio Hour is our boogie-woogie bugle boy answer to the holiday blues. Call the Players Center at 365-2494 or visit us at theplayers.org. The Players Wild Broadway series wishes you a Merry Christmas with the 1940s Radio Hour.
I heard about the Detoli Cancer Center through friends of mine who had been treated here and were very pleased with the treatment.
If there is prostate cancer, we at the Detoli Cancer Center will find it using 3D color flow Doppler ultrasound.
And that helped precisely identify where my cancer was and some additional cancers that were not found during the biopsy. I would recommend the Detoli Cancer Center. As a group of human beings, they are unbelievably great.
They're coming from Tampa, Fort Myers, even Orlando. They're coming from everywhere for the Sarasota Ford Promise. We promise we're more than a dealership. We're a destination with a movie theater, massage room, aquarium, cafe, and more. We promise to give you top dollar for your trade, even if you don't buy from us. And if you do, we promise you the best deal. Bring us any competitor's ad and we'll beat it by at least $1,000. That's why they're coming from everywhere to Sarasota Ford, where 41 meets 301. SarasotaFord.com.
Today, everyone is looking for more fashionable choices in flooring than ever before. And G. Fried has responded with a huge selection of carpets, tile, wood, laminate, and vinyl. Installed by a highly skilled team, G. Fried has got everything you're looking for and more. The next time you think about quality flooring, think G. Fried Flooring America. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
Soldiers in the Army National Guard live up to a set of time-honored principles.
I will always place the mission first. I will never accept defeat. I will never quit. I will never leave a fallen comrade.
Learn more at nationalguard.com.
ABC7 business commentator Richard Stern joins us now. Richard, another rough day on Wall Street as those records continue to fall.
They keep falling, Jacqueline. You're absolutely right. Today, the Dow Jones Industrial Average not only closed at a record high, but above 24,500 for the first time ever. The Standard & Poor's 500 index also closed at a record high, and despite those record highs, the NASDAQ posted a loss for the day. So I guess overall we call that a mixed market. The Dow was up by 166 points at the high of the day. And of course, tomorrow, mid-afternoon, we're going to hear from Janet Yellen for the last time. Most people expect the Fed will raise interest rates by 1/4%. I think most would be surprised if that is not the case. Let's take a look at the final figures. There you see the Dow. Look at that. 24,504.80, a gain of 119 points, 0.5% on volume of 688 million shares. The NASDAQ, as I said, a down arrow on a record-setting day, down almost 13 points, 0.2% at 6,862.32. That on volume of 1,777 million shares. And yes, a record for the S&P, not by much, up 4 points, 0.15% at 2,664.11. Well, the Pepsi-Cola Company and Tesla might seem like a strange set of companies to put together, but guess what? Pepsi today announced it has pre-ordered 100 semi-trailers from Tesla. Yes, I said semis from Tesla. These, of course, will be electric. They're going to save tremendous amounts of money on gasoline, as well as being economically friendly. And of course, Tesla says that these semis will be able to travel a total of 500 miles before having to be recharged. And of course, Pepsi said none of their trucks drive more than 500 miles on a given day. So it's a wedding made in heaven, I guess. But Jacqueline, I don't know about you, but seeing semis that are electric, I guess hard to fathom, but apparently that's going to be the case.
Things I never thought would come to fruition in our lifetime.
Exactly.
Well, talk to us a little bit about the news on Mattel.
Well, I don't know if you played with Barbie dolls when you were growing up, but I have to tell you, Mattel announced that the first 10 days of December, their sales were very disappointing. The stock was down almost 5% for the day, and of course, Christmas is coming up quickly, so a lot of people better go out and buy those Barbie dolls, or Mattel might just keep going lower.
All right, thank you so much, Richard.
You're welcome.
The massive Thomas fire in California has been raging for over a week, but it seems firefighters are finally gaining some ground. ABC's Danya Backus tells us more about that progress.
The unrelenting Thomas fire entering its 9th day. Flames continuing to spread on hillsides in Carpinteria and growing closer to the neighboring town of Montecito.
I've never seen anything like this before.
Tens of thousands still ordered from their homes. Maureen Claffey and her family are packed and ready to evacuate. Time-lapse video showing the enormous plume of smoke still lingering over Ventura and Santa Barbara counties. The ash coming down like snow.
It's creeping up, it's creeping up, it's creeping up, and today is the scariest day so far.
In a mandatory evacuation zone, some of those who choose to stay getting together every night to keep a lookout.
My wife says, when they go, I go.
The fire is still threatening structures and more than 1,000 animals at this shelter.
Everywhere where we can fit animals, we've done it, and hopefully everybody gets home soon.
Firefighters doing everything they can to attack the flames that span well over 230,000 acres. From the sky, hitting it with an aerial assault, fixed-wing aircrafts dropping fire retardant. And on the ground, firefighters now starting backfires, hoping to corner forward progress of the flames. Overnight, the fire grew only about 1,700 acres, and if you think about the way it's been progressing over the last week, that's actually good news. But the red flag warnings continue until Wednesday. Danya Backus, ABC News, Los Angeles.
Well, Steve, it's just astonishing to see the difference across the country in weather patterns. I'm sure something you guys study.
It was that polar vortex that came through and just messed the jet stream up about a week ago, and that's why it's warm out west and cold in the east, and things are going to stabilize a little bit over the next few days. So I think our cold weather is over for a while. It was a beautiful day if you were outside because the sun came back and the temperature warmed up into the low 70s. What a delightful day. But tomorrow's going to be 10 degrees cooler, but it will be very brief. We're going to recover from that and not get cold again, I don't think, as we move into the Christmas week period, even maybe toward the new year. I'm looking at the long-range forecast models out there, and it's looking promising for those of us that like the warm weather and those that are coming to spend the holidays right here in the Suncoast. 71 at Tampa at this hour, 72 at Fort Myers, 70s and 60s across the whole state. And because of the strong winds that are blowing right now, the temperatures are uniform. We don't get little pockets of local heating, so look for 70, 71, 72 as the temperature just about everywhere at this hour. Now, at the airport, it is 70 degrees, dew point 56, so it is moisture. That front coming through is going to drop the dew points down into the 40s, so we'll get into the upper 40s for lows tonight, but rebound come Thursday. Now, sunset tonight will be at 5:37, and that marks the first night of Hanukkah, and tomorrow's morning sunrise at 7:11. We take a look at the satellite view showing that front coming through. You kind of see the clouds associated with it. Some of these clouds could have been producing some showers off of Naples and far southern part of Florida, but it's puffy clouds that'll be gone, and we'll have clear skies later on tonight and cooler temperatures. But boy, up north, what a miserable day from the Great Lakes. You can see that lake effect snow, those little bands going over Erie, Pennsylvania, and south of Buffalo, and about Watertown, New York, Elmira. But up in Canada, it's just been a vicious snowstorm from Toronto, Montreal, Ottawa, Quebec City, and up in northern New England. But you can see it's rain down in the New York City area. That doesn't mean New York's escaping the winter for the rest of the week. Here's the futurecast showing that storm moving on by, but another storm spinning out of Canada, going through the Ohio Valley, being poised at early Thursday over Pennsylvania. The Friday morning commute in New York City looks like they might get some snow before it moves offshore. Temperatures across the country at this hour. It is 61 at New Orleans, 39 at Kansas City. There is that pocket of frigid cold air over Canada with some of it brushing the Great Lakes states. But 43 at New York City. That's the rain. They're beginning there right now. Here are weather headlines as we look toward Christmas week. Cooler tonight. Not all that much cooler, but upper 40s, and turning milder once we get by one cool day, and that will be tomorrow. And I think you're going to like the weekend with a slight chance of rain Friday, only about a 30% chance, and then we set in for a really nice period of weather. Here's our futurecast showing the front passing us by and the showers moving down in the Florida Strait. High pressure building in tomorrow and on Thursday, and then we have an approaching cold front Thursday night into Friday. You can see it moistens up. I think this rainfall is overblown. Let's switch to the European model on the long-range futurecast. It takes us Thursday evening into Friday, and it looks like as this next front comes through, it brings us a 30% chance of rain, but you can see it doesn't look all that moist, and the front goes by Friday afternoon, Friday evening, and through Saturday, the high pressure builds in with partly cloudy skies and temperatures warm back up, and we stay that way for a while. We do have a small craft advisory through tomorrow morning for north winds 5 to 10, heavier tonight, seas 3 to 5 feet with a moderate chop. Much cooler day tomorrow, 62 degrees. And here's my forecast for tonight. It is a clear and cold night. Low temperature 46, average 55, and those northwest winds are going to be quite gusty, gusting up to 20 overnight tonight, but they'll calm down tomorrow with mostly sunny skies, 63 the high temperature. And here's your 7-day outlook showing it cools off tomorrow but warms back up Thursday, Friday. The weekend's looking good. Next week maybe some early rain, but as we move in the week before Christmas, I think we're going to be in the upper 70s to low 80s. Keep your fingers crossed, Jacqueline.
Okay, thank you so much, Steve. The Venice City Council meeting this morning to discuss ideas surrounding the Venice Pier and residents. ABC7's Dwayne Lindo is in Venice to explain more on what proposals were suggested. Dwayne?
Well, Jacqueline, one of the main issues the City Council has is the troublemaking and mischief caused at the pier. They feel a whole new set of laws and regulations will change all that. Venice Mayor John Hollick is looking to implement many changes for the Venice Pier next year after it's rebuilt. One of them, limiting shark fishing.
We've had cases of finning of sharks, just removing the fins and throwing the rest of the carcass in the water.
But a few local residents think it's a bad idea.
And a group of us fishermen down at the pier, fishermen and women, got together and we decided we wanted to oppose that.
Rob Merlino fishes off the pier just about every day. He feels all these unnecessary changes only hurts those obeying the rules.
I think personally, and most of the people, the law-abiding citizens that fish there, feel that proper enforcement will solve the problems that these new rules are seeking to correct.
Many proposed laws and changes include the possibility of security cameras on the pier, a ban on chumming or attracting sharks, as well as an age requirement. In addition, the city has already committed $700,000 for rebuilding the pier, which may mean a fishing fee for non-residents.
The only thing that might have a cost associated with it is the collection of a fee for those that wish to fish and live outside the city.
Merlino has no problem with a fee, but feels there are more creative ways to raise money for the pier.
Monthly fishing derbies, other fundraising type activities that people could get behind without being a burden to the taxpayer or the day-to-day user of the pier.
Merlino says fishing on the pier is a way of life for many in the area.
I'd like to see it stay just as it is, because I moved to Venice for that pier. I told my wife when we came to town, I want to be one of those guys down at the pier.
But if Hollick has his way, the aforementioned changes will take place after the bridge is built.
It's that small number of people, the hooligans, if you will, that didn't respect it and create the problem for the rest of us.
Now the mayor hopes to have the new ordinance in place by next year, mid to late summer, when the bridge, or the new pier, I should say, is up and running. Reporting live in Venice, Dwayne Lindo, your Suncoast News.
Thank you so much, Dwayne. Now to your first alert traffic tonight. No major accidents delaying drivers. There is lots of green on the map. At the moment, the interstate is looking clear for your drive home as well. And in health news tonight, could the window blinds in your home be a potentially fatal hazard for your children? With something every parent should hear, here's ABC's news correspondent Serena Marshall.
The dangers posed to young children by some window blinds with their long dangling cords has been an issue of concern for consumer safety groups for years. Now new evidence that despite all the warnings, hundreds of young children each year still end up in the nation's emergency departments due to injuries sustained from window blinds. And when it comes to entanglement injuries, many of these children do not survive. Researchers at nationwide children's hospitals looked at 26 years worth of emergency room data, estimating more than 16,000 window blind-related injuries in kids younger than 6 during this period. Nearly 2,000 of these injuries listed as window blind cord entanglements. The researchers finding in a separate analysis that 2 in 3 of these entanglements ended in death. The message to parents: beware of these products. If you have small children, avoid buying them. Window blind strangulations are fatal within minutes, and they can occur silently. It's up to you to stop these tragedies before they occur. With this Medical Minute, I'm Serena Marshall, ABC News.
Well, everybody knows that exercise is good and too much sitting is bad, but did you know that spending excessive amounts of time seated can actually erase some of the benefits that you get from that exercise? Researchers looked at results from more than 40 studies and concluded that the more time people spent sitting down, the greater their risk of premature death, cardiovascular disease, and cancer and type 2 diabetes. Regular exercise appears to get rid of some of the harmful effects of prolonged sitting, but not all. Some tips to help reduce those efforts include standing for a few minutes every half hour, exercise for at least half an hour every day, and don't just sit on the sofa when you're at home. Do some chores or just stand periodically while watching TV. Coming up, a very big tip kicks the holidays off right for some diner employees. And millions of crabs start an annual journey, and Google is there to see it all. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
The ABC7 Stock Report is brought to you by Sunset Cadillac.
Florida Studio Theater presents Mac the Knife, celebrating the spirited and immense talent of one of the greatest performers of the 20th century, featuring some of Bobby Darin's biggest hits such as Splish Splash, Beyond the Sea, Dream Lover, and of course, Mac the Knife. Critics say Mac the Knife is energetic, performed with great spirit, full of impressive arrangements. Audiences are calling it outstanding in every way. Mac the Knife is now playing. Tickets can be purchased by calling 941-366-9000 or by visiting floridastudiotheater.org.
It's the holiday sales event here at Alex Karras Lincoln. Drive a brand new 2017 Lincoln MKX Sport Utility for $349 per month, or Lincoln's flagship, the 2017 Continental, for $449 per month. We have a great selection of certified pre-owned Lincolns. These vehicles have warranties up to 100,000 miles and come with complimentary roadside assistance. Alex Karras Lincoln, affordable luxury. Winner of the prestigious 2015 President's Award, serving Florida's Sun Coast since 1978. We are located 2 miles north of the Sarasota-Bradenton Airport on US 41.
Are you currently on Medicare? In other words, do you carry the red, white, and blue Medicare card? If so, are you suffering from chronic back pain, If you answered yes, you may be eligible for a pain-relieving back brace covered by Medicare at little to no cost, shipped directly to your home for free. These medical-grade back braces are ideal for lower back pain, arthritis, spinal disorders, and other chronic back problems. Our accredited staff will handle all of the Medicare paperwork for free, and best of all, your brace is shipped directly to your home for free. Don't let chronic lower back pain slow you down. Get moving and stay active with a medical-grade back brace covered by Medicare at little to no cost. We also accept Blue Cross Blue Shield, United Healthcare, Aetna, Humana, and other insurance. Will you qualify for a medical-grade back brace covered by Medicare? Find out for free.
Call Back Brace America at 1-800-715-0835. That's 1-800-715-0835, 1-800-715-0835.
Soldiers in the Army National Guard live up to a set of time-honored principles.
I will always place the mission first. I will never accept defeat. I will never quit. I will never leave a fallen comrade.
Learn more at nationalguard.com.
Tomorrow at 4 on Suncoast View. Decking the halls is much easier with a great decorator. I'm Stephanie Roberts. On Suncoast View, we'll ask our interior expert for some tabletop tips for your holiday meals. The kids from Sailor Circus will preview their high-flying holidays, plus how you can help new Suncoast mothers with basics for their babies. And Maple Hill Creamery teaches about beverage bars for holiday entertaining. Tomorrow at 4 on Suncoast View.
Have a great holiday. Happy holidays from ABC7.
Scientists are looking into a solution to help save the Great Barrier Reef for future generations. This after large sections of the reef's coral has died due to overheated waters. Teams of scientists are now depositing millions of coral larvae back into damaged areas. Using mesh curtains, they're covering areas of reef which might not be able to regenerate naturally. This project is not designed to restore the vast network of more than 3,000 reefs that make up the Great Barrier Reef, but it does have huge potential for smaller feeder reefs.
I don't know of any reef system on the planet that is now healthier than it was 35 years ago. And that's really sad. But it drives me to make sure that while I'm alive, we can try and manage this system and understand it better by doing research that will actually have a meaningful impact.
Scientists say that research could lead to the rebirth of the reef system around the world. During the holidays, they say it's better to give than to receive. Well, some diner employees in Arizona received a very special gift from a very giving customer. Jeremy Roth has the story in today's Take a Look at This.
Christmas came early at an Arizona diner thanks to a very generous customer. Employees say a man came in and ordered bacon and eggs, but when he left behind a $2,000 tip on his $17 breakfast. I'm no math magician, but I'm pretty sure that's more than 20%.
You hear about it on the news, never think it happened to you.
A note on the receipt asked that the money be split among the entire diner staff. During a hectic holiday season, it was a welcome early gift for 9 lucky employees.
$200 makes a big difference on a busboy pay or a cook's pay.
Employees say the Secret Santa's act of kindness seems to be contagious. Another employee reportedly received a $200 tip from a different customer. Every year in Australia, millions of red crabs migrate across Christmas Island. The incredible natural event lasts 2 weeks and is a major tourist draw. For the first time ever, Google will cover the amazing experience using Street View. Parks Australia Ranger Dr. Alistair Grigg is using Google's Street View Trekker camera to capture the migration as it happens. It will culminate as the crabs reach the ocean and lay their eggs. Australia's Tourism Board estimates there are around 50 million crabs on the island. The local government gives them the right of way by closing roads and designating areas to ensure safe passage. Google says viewers will be able to experience the migration imagery in early 2018. For Take a Look at This, I'm Jeremy Roth.
Still to come on your Suncoast News, the U.S. veterans put on hold once again to begin the application process for new ID cards. A look at the difficulties Veterans Affairs is facing. That story coming up next.
Is your old garage door stuck or broken? Would a new one give you a lift? Let Precision Door Overhead Garage Door Service of Sarasota come to the rescue with prompt and affordable repair service. Replacement doors come with an array of styles and colors, and they are rated to meet and exceed Florida standards. From estimates to installation, your satisfaction is our priority. If you're not 100% satisfied with any product, service, or installation, we will make it right, because Precision Door Service is a name you can trust.
This holiday season, share the greatest gift of all, peace of mind. Subaru is rated the safest and most dependable automotive brand, and all Subaru models with EyeSight are a 2017 IIHS top safety pick. Now during the Subaru Share the Love event, you can lease the most award-winning small SUV, a new Subaru Forester, for just $219 a month, or get 0% financing with zero down. Get more for your money. Go to Sunset Subaru in Sarasota.
SRQ Performance Parts provides parts and accessories from over 300 manufacturers, so you can get that new manifold, carburetor, gasket, bolt kit, or nitrous oxide system fast. We'll help you beat the competition. Call or visit SRQ Performance Parts online today for all your high-performance parts and advice.
Attention, Americans eligible for Medicare. Are you getting all the benefits you're entitled to? Did you know there may be money available to lower your medical prescription costs? Call Health Markets and we'll tell you if you qualify.
Hi. I'm Dr. Martin Jeetsi. It's a new Medicare year. That means more changes and more confusion. The key question is, what can you do now to ensure you get the care you need in the coming year?
Call Health Markets today. You may qualify to save money on prescriptions. We'll help you find plans that may cost less, cover more, and could even lower your prescription costs to increase your savings. We help you find all the benefits you're entitled to, and we do it at no cost.
Make sure you have what you need to get the care that's right for you.
Find out if you qualify to receive extra help with your prescriptions. Call the number on the screen now. Representatives are standing by.
Soldiers in the Army National Guard live up to a set of time-honored principles.
I will always place the mission first. I will never accept defeat. I will never quit. I will never leave a fallen comrade.
Learn more at nationalguard.com.
Thanks to the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society, what was once impossible is happening today for thousands of patients with blood cancer.
I live.
I live. I live. I live.
I live.
She lives.
Because of the research done by the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society in the battle against blood cancer.
If you had a chance to support the research that is saving lives, what would you do?